Rosen says, what is motherfucking poppin'? I just had to do another video, because the theme of this video is gonna be like the rep speed, or let's say the cadence of your workout, or the rep itself. So, you know what I mean? Like, there has been this study, which most of you might know nowadays, which actually showed or proven that anywhere between 1 second and 8 seconds of a rep cadence or rep tempo is actually optimal and yields kinda to the same results, right? Interesting is that. Like, that's really interesting if you think about it. But, now comes the but. In terms of intensity, and if you are someone like me who loves intensity, then I gotta tell you, in my humble experience and opinion, especially after, I like to switch it up. I like to always go from slower tempo to a little faster tempo to a mixed tempo or whatever. I sometimes do an explosive positive phase, then a negative slow pace. So I always mix it up. I always keep on varying things, because I feel like that might actually be the best way to get the best of every world. And so I can grow the best. But, now comes the but. If you are after intensity, what I really have experienced so far is that like doing 8 to 12 reps with a 1 second tempo is like way less intense than doing 8 to 12 reps in a slow tempo. Like, let's say the cadence that Alpha Jones has recommended, so 2 second positive, 1 second hold, 4 second negative. Like, man, if you do it that way, then you're really gonna feel what I mean. Like, it's just insanely intense, and it's just gonna fucking activating you like crazy. You are gonna you're gonna grunt, you're gonna moan, you know what I mean? You have to be like intensely, you're gonna be activated. Like, it's like someone giving you, a hit with his hand. That's how it feels like. But you gotta get used to it. But once you are, you really will love it. And that's what I do most of the time. I most of the time do like this tempo, so 2 second positive, 1 second hold, 4 second negative. But like I said, sometimes I switch it up depending on what I want or what I feel like doing, because never do the same stuff too long, which also goes into the periodization of your workouts, which is definitely advisable but not really needed. But I intuitively, because I go with the feel and the flow, I always do it this way. Like, every 4 or 5 weeks I kind of switch something about my workout up. It may be the rep scheme, it may be the tempo, it may be the range of motion, it may be the sets, it may be the whole split. I just like to switch things up every now and then. Not too often though, because you gotta keep a little structure and balance so that you have a plan. You know what I mean? So a little organization is definitely needed so that you can really see progression and all that, right? But yeah, I definitely would advise you to use a slow tempo, a really slow negative, to get intensity, right? Because honestly, once you have achieved intensity in your workouts, you're never gonna look back. You're never gonna wanna look back, because intensity is what is making it really fun. And you will reduce the sets, because why would you need 4 or 5 sets if you do like one hardcore, all out, slowly controlled set that's really blasting you and activating you all throughout your nervous system? You don't need it. You will literally feel that you don't need it, and you will realize that you did a lot of unnecessary volume back in the days when you first started, right? Every one of us did those sets not near to failure, which still serve the purpose. Don't get me wrong. It also works, as studies have shown. And also Jay Cutler never trains to failure, but does a short rest period and does multiple sets. It works, definitely. But each to his own. You know what I mean? Each to his own. It's also a good way to train, right? Don't get me wrong. But if you are after intensity, then really go with a slow rep tempo, cadence, and really feel the difference and blast through it. You're gonna thank me later for it, you know what I mean?